Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Jagdpanther II. It's a tier 8 German, well, it's not a premium actually, it's a standard Tech 3 tank destroyer. It's located on the northwest corner of Mountain Pass, and this one is under the command of 73north of WTWW, and he seems to feature in a lot of videos recently. Game on! Okay, this is quite an interesting tank destroyer because it's never got produced. It was blueprints only. You can see the engine is up front and the crew are at the back of the vehicle. Now, it's actually quite powerful in the actual main gun. It's a 128mm like the Scorpion, and it's capable of 490 output. And with the standard shells, if I can get the cursor to work, you can see 246mm pen with standard. With the APCR, it's 311. Now, there is an advantage having a crew in this arrangement. In fact, there is another German tank destroyer. It has basically the similar arrangement. That's the Ferdinand. Of course, that was actually built, and that was based on the Tiger P hull, whereas this thing was supposed to be based on the Panther II hull. But of course, the Panther II never got built because they actually addressed the thickness of the armour on the side of a Panther, so they didn't have to build the Panther II in the end. But it is an interesting vehicle nonetheless. It's got a maximum speed of 55 kilometers an hour. It's got a lower plate that can actually bounce shells from tier 10 enemy tanks. You can see there's a turtle moving up there. Turtle's probably going to pay for it. Standard reload is 11.22 seconds. You can see here 73 North's got 9.3. Now, I think he's going around the corner because he wants to put a few rounds into these guys. Gets a low roll into the Object 777 version 2. His teammates are dealing with any threat that might come around the corner, so he can have a go at any of the enemy heavy tanks try to go up the ice road. And there's a tortoise there. Hello, Mr. Tortoise. Now you have to be careful he doesn't fall off the edge, but there's the weak spot. That's the machine gun's cupola. And that's a low roll again for 469. There's fear racking up the damage. Now it's got a 10-degree arc either side of the centre line, so 20 degrees overall. And that's not bad considering some of the Soviet tanks don't actually have as much. You know, so you pump that round into TVP VTU, who's desperately trying to get into a position where he can actually shoot. And now we're turning, even in sniper mode at the moment, and we've got a shot. Not there, but we have there. Didn't work. But I'm wondering if that one actually did hit the target. I think he may have fired a little too early. Well, the enemy's still trying to go up the hill, and we've got a Jagdtiger there now. And we're turning to try and get a shot inside of the hull. Yeah, that's a high roll for 520. That guy's now in a bit of a problem. And again, this time it was 524. Now the tortoise can see us. He tracks him first, but it still goes through, so he had to burn his repair kit, otherwise he wouldn't be able to move. The Jagdpanther, or the Jagdtiger rather, is down. The tortoise has had to pull back. Okay, now round the corner at the end here is an Object 430, so that could be a problem, and that's why the 704 is backed off. So now we're going to work with him, and we do get a hit.
Support my position.
No, we don't actually get a hit there. Okay, so he's trying to work with this 430. Yep, got that one in. The 498, that's a high roll. Well, he's working with the 704 actually, not the 430. He's trying to provide a bit of help to his lower plate. And he's still pump rounds in. That's a low roll. 431.
I need help.
704 is now one shot, and he had to get the inside on that guy there, otherwise he was going to have a bit of a problem. But he can still use the wreck as cover. We're 5 up on the enemy now, so they're in a lot of trouble. And here comes the E75. He's going to go for our teammate, the AE Phase 1, who appears to be an AFK. And he does get that hit, and unfortunately the AE Phase 1 goes down. But again, I think he was AFK, so it wouldn't have really made a difference. We do take one hit, and we go down the ravine. We didn't lose any hit points in the process. Now, the E75, he's got to think, do I actually shoot at the Jagdpanther II, in which case I'm probably going to go through the roof, or do I use my gun elevation, which is 15 degrees, and shoot at that thing as he tries to cross, in which case he's going to be in a lot of trouble. We're now 5 tanks up on the enemy. Okay, we're turning around, which is exposing our door at the back where the crew get in and out. Of course, the driver is up front because he has to be to see where they're going. Now we're leaving the Progetto to cover the bridge. I think what they're going to do is they might come up behind the enemy. It's only 4 left, and 3 of them are on the bridge approach road, and so we just might as well come up behind the enemy and give him a good old shafting. Okay, Progetto's interested in this, although he is a one-shot. That might not work out so well for him. He'll have to be nimble. Oh, and there's one of the enemy up on the heights, but I don't think he's interested in us at the moment because I think he's got problems with his own. Hello, good night. And that's the E75 blasted out of existence. We've got nobody else on the bridge road, which now means that that 430 we saw up on the heights, he's the last enemy, and we might as well go after him next. It's been a good game so far, 5,500 hit points of damage. Progetto's so eager, like a little puppy, running around, trying to get some hit points, feeling, oh, this is so good. Don't get caught out. Oh, Progetto's down to 9 hit points now. And that 430 is going to shoot again soon. He's blocking the shots. We're auto aim on. And there goes the 430. But I'm afraid our Progetto puppy died in the process. But it was a really good round by 73 North. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a first ace tanker for 73 North in the Jagdpanther II. You can tell it's his first ace because it's got scrolls underneath, and you only get that the first time. So congratulations on breaking your duck. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5 exactly. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game overall. And you noticed how quickly he was pumping those shells out faster than the Scorpion would. And he also got a Confederate hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. His win rate was 9,153, which, as you know, is Super Unicum standard and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage was 5,839, and that went to 73 North. Second highest damage was the Kari on his team with 3,013 hit points. And the third highest, well, that goes to the Tortoise on the enemy team with 2,417. When it came to kills, he didn't get the top spot here because the Kari managed 3 kills, whereas 73 North only got 2. So did the AE Phase 1 before he disconnected, and the Gonkovitska. And on the enemy team, just their E75 managed to get more than 1 kill. The only player on their team to get more than 1. In fact, only 5 players on their team actually managed to get kills at all. When it came to base XP, just look at that. He's so high. 1,626 went to 73 North, 1,138 went to the Kari, and they were the only two players who managed to make it over 1,000 base, with the Progetto 46 getting 816. So he got 2 out of 3, just missed out on the third one. He fired only 15 rounds in that game, but 12 direct hits and 12 penetrations. And of course, he was using mostly standard ammo and still getting the pens. 5,839 hit points, all of it done at close range. 2 hits received from the enemy. 1 of them penetrated, 1 non-penetration. 390 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles engaged, and 2 killed. And he earned a loss of 45,239 credits. And that's actually partially down to the fact that he did have to use some premium ammo, and partially down to the consumables, and 1,626 base XP out of that one as well. Again, another fast battle, 7 minutes 42 seconds. So he's fair blasting his way through the enemy one by one. I did say that, yeah, he did use the standard ammo when he could, but he didn't use it all the time. He did use some premium rounds. Give him credit for that, but he was up against some pretty serious opposition. So considering the result he came out with, I'd say that's very good. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that replay. We've got more to come from 73 North, so worth sticking around to see what he gets up to next. If you enjoyed this one, please give it a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.